Hey guys, it's Odaiba here, and this is going to be my arena showcase video for Liesel, the new Win Cost-100 unit that came out in World of Visions JP about 5 days ago. Now, I'm choosing to put out this arena showcase video first because it is relatively easy to make, it doesn't really require any editing, and it's going to give me more time to work on the other videos I've planned, namely the Guild Battle Mock Battle video featuring this girl here. And of course, I also want to put out some video content about Summer Helena as soon as I can. So if those videos sound like, you know, something you might be interested in, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, ring the notifications bell, and you will be informed as soon as those videos drop. Alright, for now, this is going to be Arena that I'm going to show you guys in a bit. First of all, I'm going to show you the composition, the team composition I'm running. This is basically not really optimized yet. I just basically took what I had previously set in Guild Battle, plumped it here, and then I made some changes for this map, namely a bow tie, and then of course I swapped out the vision cards for whatever is you know, the maximum bonus vision card that I have, and I put in some Alexandrite rings because I know I'm going to face a lot of Fire Evade teams, which I've actually already tested against. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, that's why there's no win streak here. And we're going to start this video off with, you know what, let's take things easy. Let's start off with Wind versus Earth. There's no way I should lose this fight. But basically, I just want to show you guys the movement of the Wind team first as a baseline, and then we'll take a look at the other matchups versus Dark and others in just a bit. So I'm going to use this first fight to introduce the movements on my Wind team. Liesel comes in to give HP drain to Glaciela, and she also gains re-raise removal. And then Glaciela of course moves to Southerly to buff accuracy, and it also has Barry on her. Southerly put a re-raise effect and hate up onto Liesel. Again, she does the HP drain buff, and now we are in range to attack. Right away, he can't survive here because of the unlimited courage effect. And it seems like this team that we're facing is not very optimized at all. So this should not be a difficult fight. In fact, I think I'm probably going to get a really good score here. Because even if the other two Earth guys do some damage to my Liesel over here, she's going to heal it back up in just a bit. Wow, that's actually a lot more damage than I thought. As you can see here, she heals up pretty okay. And so this is one of the things that's good about Liesel as a arena unit, which is that between her buff that gives allies the HP drain effect and her one attack that drains a bunch of HP, she has so many ways to, you know, get her HP count back up so that you can get pretty good points. Alright, let's take a look at the next fight. Gonna be something harder. Alright, next up we're going to pick a Fire Evade team. I've actually, you know, went and looked through this list and picked out someone I have in mind. I believe it's this team right here. Basically Fire Evade with King Mont in it. As you can see here, this guy actually has Dark Aerith, so he could potentially be a really tough opponent to fight. And really everything here looks full meta. He's not even using bonus vision cards to try and get his score a little bit higher. He's just gonna go and put in the full meta build for Fire Evade team with King Mont. So let's take a look how this will go. Okay, right over here. So the thing to note here is that my setup doesn't use any locked vision cards, but what I do have is Alexandrite Ring +6 equipped on both Glaciela and Liesel, and of course their Trust Stones I have Luck and Aim Trust Stones on them. So I should have, for the most part, I should be able to hit the evade units with no problems at all, but if they somehow are able to dodge my attacks, that's a barrier effect over there. It's a one-time barrier, I believe. But if they are able to somehow dodge my attacks, then that would mean that their evade is actually above, or rather higher than expected. which means that, you know, in order to... There we go, so we don't have to worry about that at all. As you can see, Liesel recovered a great deal of HP, is one of the reasons why she's so good. And in the guild battle, it gets even better because she has ways to heal herself and her ally to almost full health. Okay, we seem to be doing pretty well here. Glaciela coming in, not doing that much damage to King Mont, unfortunately. And then, oh, Pizarro as well, not that much damage. Wow, King Mont actually able to KO suddenly right over here. Oh, looks like my Liesel is out of AP. This doesn't... Okay, it looks like I'm able to win the fight, no problem. Alright, 2 wins in a row. Of course, the first one was a bit of a cop-out, but, you know, I'm happy that at least I don't have any problems taking out a Fire Evade team. Next up, we are going to do a fight against one of the new hotness in World of Vision JP, and that is of course the water team with Amnelis in it. Now obviously this is not, you know, maximum potential water team, because this guy's Amnelis is at level 115, and but other than that, it actually looks like a really legit meta water formation, because you want the summer Elsirelle to be able to deal with the evade units with unevadable pain. You want Prene, of course, who is just generally really good in any water team composition. And you have the Alexandrite ring on Amnelis, so this should do really well, except I don't know why he's using this vision card over here. What is this called? I guess it's for the luck up, so that she has a better chance to hit the evade units. Anyway, let's just give this a try and see how... Oh, I should highlight one more thing. So she has the, what do you call this? The water ring? And it offers no protection whatsoever for wind. Fire, water, yep. So that's going to be one thing to take note of. So overall, this is not water team at its maximum potential, but then again, neither is my wind team at max 100% potential. So let's see how this fight will turn out. Okay. There we go. HP drain on Glaciela. Prene comes in with AoE resistance buff. Barrier is up on Glaciela. Hate up and re-raise on Liesel. Okay, a bunch of buffs is going on here. Too fast. Things are happening too fast for me to describe to you guys what is going on, but basically they have a bunch of defensive spells on them. It's going to be really hard to take it all apart. And as you'll see later, when the HP dips below 50%, they will right away heal up. It's an effect similar to Leela the Bolt. And then now Liesel comes in with the blind from her limit burst. Glaciela comes in for more damage, and this is her single target attack that hits multiple targets. This looks really funny for some reason. It looks like she died. Oh, there we go. Liesel pops her re-raise, but she is still able to attack at least one more time. Unfortunately, no healing on her because she popped her re-raise, so the buff for HP drain is no longer up on her. And it looks like we're in a really bad spot here. Oh no. I might actually lose this. Oh, I guess that is it. I lost. Amnelis is really good, you guys. But of course, part of the reason I lost it is definitely also because I didn't really optimize my team well. And also because the water team that is assembled here is quite heavy, or rather is leaning quite heavily into magic, which my team doesn't have very much defense against. Alright, let's go to the next fight. Alright, for the next fight, I think I'm going to go with a mirror. Wind versus wind, except with this wind team that we're fighting, it's going to be the other meta team composition, although this guy over here has built his units to be geared more towards evade. Now the thing is, Liesel is really not meant to be an evade unit. As you can see here, her luck is pretty low, and really nothing about her screams evade at all, although you can definitely make her slightly evadey, just like you can make Leela the Bold slightly evadey as well. In any case, my team should not have a problem dealing with these two units here, and it all comes down to if I can deal with Jeume fast enough, which we will find out in just one moment. Okay, once again, my units move first. That should be a good sign, because it probably means that my units are faster, even though they are not. They don't have the agility, or rather the speed, trust stones attached on them. I'm using aim trust stones here instead. And it looks like the opponent's team is not as optimized as mine is. Like, on her turn 1, Liesel on the other side didn't even properly buff somebody else, and she just moved forward and used her own self buff. Although Glaciela has activated bells. Oh, there we go. Oh, alright. So we are off to the horses. Off to the races, I mean. What am I saying? Anyway, it seems like my Liesel is taking a bit of damage, and she gets healed up. Of course, that's Sadly's role in this comp after all. Jeume is off to the side, and I'm potentially getting flanked over here. Oh wow! She removed the re-raise on Liesel. I'm actually in a really bad spot right now. So that's one of the weaknesses of the Win team that I'm running, because there is no, there's no good tank, or rather no good hate target on my team. Once Liesel gets her protection and her re-raise removed, she's an easy target, and that is one of the reasons why the other team, the other meta Win team, is better at certain things. But there are also things that my Win team is better at. So it's a matter of preference, really. Alright, so I've taken a look at the list of targets I've chosen. Unfortunately, there are no really good dark teams yet, properly built dark teams. So I'm going to have to pick the next best thing in the list of targets I have, which is this dark team over here, which has Whisper on it at level 140. I don't actually know what Whisper does at level 140. I'll have to go and check it later, but potentially this could be really good if Sephiroth is able to get Lemure in between the two of them, so that she can use Haste and give everyone the haste effect. And then, as you can see here, Sephiroth is running a lot of, the latest Sephiroth vision card is over here. You have, of course, Man-Eater with the Joker vision card. So this looks to be a pretty good team composition, although I don't know about the Lemure pick here. In any case, let's take a look. I don't think this team has enough damage, so I should be able to win this, but we'll find out. Okay, off we go to the races. I just want to say that again so that, I can prove to you guys that I don't fumble my words every single time. Anyway, Sephiroth cast, I believe, one of his self buffs, and then he moves forward with move 4. Okay, so things are... So the movement on my side is going to be the same every single time. Elias TMR, re-raise on Sadly. Sephiroth does Dark Wall, which is barrier with AP generation on him for 3 turns. And then looks like Prene has haste. Oh, sorry, I mean Whisper has haste on her. And we make first contact. Totally misses on Sephiroth somehow. Not sure how that happened, but, well, these things sometimes do happen. Okay, let's see if I can heal up in time. If not, I might be in big trouble. Oh. Healing. And Sephiroth is down. So as you can see, the HP drain ability from Liesel is actually pretty useful. If not for that, Sadly would be at low health right now. Charm onto Whisper? No, she dies right away. And... oh? And as expected, I win the fight pretty easily with a good point total. I think the maximum that I can score is 700 with this team. Let's see, 150. Yes, correct. So, pretty, almost, well, not almost, but pretty close to the perfect score. We do have some HP loss over here. Alright, next up we're gonna fight a proper dark team this time. Now that we finally have access to one, as you can see, this is pretty much full meta for what it is right now in for the environment right now in World of Visions JP. Of course, I have my doubts as to whether or not this team is properly optimized. As you can see here, for some reason this guy didn't want to put a bow tie on Dark Fina or even Leela the Bold, and he's going to let us freely attack whichever target our units, you know, decide to attack. Now, because we're fighting a pretty strong target this time, I'm going to change out the Alexandrite ring, which I don't need, for I think survival vest would be a good way to go. So in this team that I have, Liesel is kind of serving as, you know, the role of a tank after getting the hate up and re-raise from Sadly. So for that reason, I want her to have a little bit more endurance, and she does have that because of the Shell and Protect on her, which I think she didn't actually cast on herself, come to think of it. Well, I guess I'll look into it and optimize it later, but for now, let's take a look at the fight and see how my win team fares against this more or less meta dark team. Okay, the loading time for this fight was pretty fast, which could mean that we took it easy and won this fight pretty easily, or it could mean that we're going to die at the end of our enemies really fast. Okay, so Sephiroth came in. Oh! Looks like this is a pretty good starting movement on the enemy team side. Although I have to say that Sephiroth not having Dark Wall yet. Okay, so now he uses the Dark Wall. Alright, so it's properly activated, and over there I believe that was Courage on Leela the Bold. Re-raise up from Dark Fina. And Liesel comes in with her Limit Burst. Decent damage, re-raise removal. Triple Axe, and this removes Courage from Leela the Bold and takes out both of them. Now it's a 1v3 situation. And I think we're going to heal up, but not a lot, unfortunately. Nevertheless, I think Sephiroth is in a pretty bad state over here, and we win the fight. Pretty easily, I might add. So, looking back at the team that was presented, part of the reason why we won so easily is also because of the size of the map. It's just nice such that our dark team, when they come forward, they are just, you know, in the range of our units' attack range, and as you know, because of that, it was very easy for us to AoE and do a bunch of damage against their team. But at the same time, we don't really suffer a lot from their attacks. Next up, we're gonna look at a fight against another dark team. This time, it's a dark team that uses Halloween Lucia instead of Dark Fina. Other than that, I think nothing that much changes, but it could potentially be more advantageous against our win team because Halloween Lucia does have protection, a physical barrier protection against our units over here, and you know, the main damage source from outside is really from physical attackers, so they could actually be better for them this way. Okay, so we start with the same movements here. So one thing I want to point out is that Halloween Lucia is actually pretty good in dark teams in World of Visions JP right now. There are quite a number of teams that actually do prefer to use Halloween Lucia over Dark Fina or even Leela the Bold. And I think later this week I'll put out a video to show you guys all the meta dark teams that have been popular in guild battle so far, and I'm gonna discuss and talk about why they were good in their respective team compositions. Of course, my own Sephiroth is also at level 140 already. Maybe I guess I could do a arena showcase video for Sephiroth in the same way as what I'm doing now. As you can see, Liesel just drained quite a bit of damage, although I think she hasn't gotten hit yet, so nothing has moved, but the amount of HP she's able to drain is actually quite substantial. Halloween Lucia comes in and KO suddenly with 2 back-to-back moves like that. Oh, that wasn't... okay, never mind. Alright, so we take out Leela the Bold. Suddenly comes in and takes out Sephiroth as well, and it's now down to 1v3. Alright. So, if you look at it this way, one of the things that Dark Team is kind of known for is, the way that their units are able to move together and sort of combo after one another with AoE attacks. And it seems like with the current Win team that I'm using, they're also able to do a similar thing, except the range and movement of my units is actually higher and further than that of the Dark team. So that's one reason why this matchup is kind of in favor of Win team here. Okay, looks like I'm pretty high up in the arena. Hopefully we get a good opponent for the next fight. Alright, so for our final fight in this video, I'm going to pick a fight against one of the most popular meta water teams in World Division JP right now, which is a pure level 420 team, meaning it has 3 units at level 140. We have, of course, Prene, who is... previously she was at level 120, and then I believe with the update where we got Liesel, that's when she also got the buff to the Dream Enhancement feature to get her to level 140. And I believe this is pretty much the a properly built version of this comp, basically, with this bow tie on Amnelis. This is actually a pretty important thing to do, because you want to make sure that Aerith come in to buff on Amnelis, and the Amnelis will basically do her... maybe I can show you guys. Oh, it's in Japanese, I forgot. She will basically do 2 buffs, 2 AoE buffs back to back, that will give the entire team a hell of a lot of HP recovery and some other stuff. And as you guys will see in just a bit, this is actually quite ridiculous. And looking at the vision cards, this guy is, well, he is actually running some bonus VC replacement. So this is, in terms of the vision cards at least, this is not exactly the perfect water build, but looking at the units, looking at the equipment, I think this is really strong, and I might actually struggle to beat this guy. Okay, so for this fight, I want you guys to pay particular attention to the enemy side movements. Okay, right over here, Prene comes in with AoE buff for area resistance. And okay, looks like this guy kind of screwed up. Aerith is supposed to run in first to do the buffing, so that they can, all of the units should be able to receive the back-to-back AoE buff. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is not supposed to happen. This way, Amnelis actually wasted a turn just to cast the same buff again. In any case, we are within range, and we should be starting our attacks pretty soon. I think I might actually walk away with a easy victory here, depending on how this shapes out. Okay. Glaciela with her limit burst now. I'm almost upset that I killed off Amnelis so early. With her charm, she could potentially do a great deal of damage to her own allies. I'm actually really disappointed how this fight went. It went so much differently from the other water team. You know what? I think we'll do one more attack because this fight was kind of not what I expected. So we'll do one more. We'll try and find an interesting opponent for the final fight. Alright, for the final fight, I'm going to face off against a full triple fire evade team, and as it just so happens, we have a fire evade team from the number 5 ranked guild in the game, as well as this guy over here from the rank number 4 guild in the game. So these two are basically team compositions by good players. We're going to pick a fight against the one over here by MSK from the rank 5 guild, mostly because I've checked out all their trust stones, and this guy here, MSK-san, has basically maximum everything. So this should be the harder team composition to fight. So since this is the last fight of the video, I'm prepared to just lose it all, lose my win streak, and let's see how things go. At this point, I should probably mention that early on I did actually try my luck with a triple fire evade team, and I actually lost in that match. So I'm not expecting to win here based on those assumptions that triple fire evade may be harder to handle than expected. But as you can see here, the movements on the other side, the buffs are all done quite well. The movements are really well done here, with all the buffs being used once, and then they are now, all of them are at maximum evasion, I think. And as expected, Liesel misses her limit bursts. Looks like I'm in real deep trouble here. Wow, look at that damage. Courage now on to Pizarro. Thankfully I have the bow tie here to distract. She's not healing up a lot. I think maybe there was healing down, I'm not too sure. And then Yuffie's reaction ability gives her CT up. Thankfully I get some healing from Sadali. And that was her blind attack, the one that can potentially blind. Alright, my Liesel is down, but thankfully she has re-raise. Not any more AP though, so that's going to be a problem. Yuffie goes down. Could I actually win over here? And Liesel is down now as well. Alright, I actually won. Not too shabby. So as you can see here, the win elements now in World Divisions JP just basically got an upgrade with Liesel. She's really good as a unit, and later today I'm going to try and put out the guild battle video, the mock battle video for Liesel, and you'll be able to see even more of her prowess in that video. And also that is the video in which I will explain her full kit as well. Well, I'll just do a quick review of some of her key skills that she uses in fights. Alright, that's going to be it for my Arena Showcase video. This is, I think, the first time I'm doing it this way. Let me know how you guys feel about this kind of videos, if I should try and do more of them, if I talk too much in the video, if I talk too little in the video, let me know all this stuff. And to be honest, for Arena Showcases, if you look in the global server of the game and you check the leaderboards, I'm almost always in the top 50 in World Divisions Global Arena. So it's fairly easy for me to make these kinds of videos in JP and Global for you guys, but I need to know if this is something that you guys might be interested to watch, or if you would prefer other ways of me trying to show you the showcase the strong points of the unit in some other ways. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and I will see you guys later today with some other video on Liesel, as well as a video on Summer Helena sometime soon. Alright, that's all from me. That's all from me for now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.